everybody. Welcome to Laughter Talks. This is Marguerite Fair, and I have a lovely and wonderful guest with me today, and I want to take some time to introduce her. So let me do that. Our guest today is author filmmaker Theresa Chaze. She writes both fiction and nonfiction projects, and she began her career in the mid 1980s at a small independent TV station in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And after a move to Traverse City, she worked at the local ABC affiliate as a producer, writer, editor, and director. After ghostwriting two features and two shorts, and worked as a producer on two independent films, after that time, she left the industry. And in 2009, Theresa started her journey to learn how to turn the impossible into the possible, which I love. Now, Theresa has now created Kaleidoscope Film and Television, which vows to produce projects based on age, gender, and ethnic diversity, both in front of and behind the cameras. Now, thank you, Theresa Chase. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for hosting me. I've watched some of your other shows. You're absolutely amazing. You make people sound and look wonderful. So I'm
Oh,
very honored that you are hosting me.
well, thank you so much. And we were talking about your background. Tell us your background, Theresa, and over there.
Okay, behind me is the Pillars of Creation.
Wow.
I am very much into physics and to space exploration, and I'm a creator. So the Pillars of Creation seem to be not only a beautiful picture, but is apropos of what I stand for.
Whoa. And that's
Yes.
so vital. So you're a Kaleidoscope film company. Where are you based right now? And how did that come to be?
Well, Kaleidoscope Film and Television the studio will be located in Oklahoma. Right now, I am still in Michigan. I am pulling together the team and the resources. And we will be having the backing of Oklahoma State. Kaleidoscope Film and Television came about because the industry is off track, and having a production company, my production company, Cosmos Productions, is one of many, and it has wonderful projects. But the simple fact is that without the backing of a studio, the projects don't have the weight. We won't be
Yes.
getting the screen time. And frankly, I want to help the industry go back to the old standard, giving them alternatives. I left the industry in the mid 90s because I was working with a team that had ethics issues. And to cut off my nose to spite my face, I walked away. I was exhausted and frustrated. And so instead of trying to fight for what was right, I walked away. And I've been coming back, for almost a decade. And I've learned that it's easier to start a career than it is to restart one, because I've got all this experience, but since I don't bring negative forward, I can't take those credits. So it looks like I'm a total newbie, and that's far from true.
Oh, absolutely. And if anyone wants to know what you do, all they need to do is go onto your website because now the projects that you're working on, they are your projects, correct? You've
Yes,
written these?
yes.
Yes. Uh, Now tell us more about the projects that you are working on right now that's on your
Okay.
site.
There are two front runners. Never Can Say Goodbye is a paranormal thriller, and it is comparable to Ghost and to the others. And when I say comparable, it means that Never Can Say Goodbye has elements of both. Family friendly, talking about how people make mistakes. It's what you do afterwards. I've combined a traditional ghost story with a reincarnation twist.
Whoa,
So
nice.
the primary characters are dealing with mistakes they made in the past without remembering them. And those emotional baggage is influencing their current situation and how they react. And so it is that for things that she had no control over. So we need a 70 plus actress who is good at being in charge, but also out of control. She has medical issues. She's getting up in age, and she's afraid she will die before she fixes what she feels she broke.
Yeah.
So it is a wonderful project, is about forgiveness and second chances.
Well, that's amazing. Now you're already in casting for that. So when do you anticipate to begin filming on that project?
I am hoping and that a miracle will happen and we will be able to be in front of the cameras before the end of July, which is pushing it,
Amazing.
which is pushing
Amazing.
it.
Yeah. That sounds like a job for Meryl Streep. The
Oh,
character.
Meryl Streep, I would be over the moon. It's such a low budget though. She would have to be, fall in love with the role. I'd be willing to give her ownership, but it is a very low budget.
Yeah.
Her salary alone is probably 3 times what the whole production budget is.
Well, let's hope the word gets out to her, because sometimes if they, and your story sounds intriguing, and if
Mm-hmm.
they, sometimes they will help out
Yeah,
a filmmaker if they love the story and it sounds just amazing.
I think Meryl Streep, what she did with Sophie's Choice.
Exactly.
Um, it is the character she played in a lot of ways is reminiscent of Amanda.
Yeah.
She is, because she was Sophie was very dynamic and strong, but there was also this guilt within her that actually, since she never dealt with it,
Yeah.
actually destroyed her.
Yeah.
And the way things land in Never Can Say Goodbye, it's the same kind of dynamic with the guilt,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to tell you the end, but it's not the same.
Yeah. Now you said there was another project that's out in front. What's the other one?
The other one is an unscripted TV series called Horses and Heroes. And what Horses and Heroes will do, it will tell veteran stories as they work together to find new coping skills for their physical and emotional challenges. We are also going to be hiring veterans for in front of and behind the cameras. Matter of fact, right now, I'm the only civilian. I did not serve. I don't have the temperament. I'm only capable of shooting off my mouth. And people laugh, but I'm very good at it. And because of my outspokenness, I would have spent the entire time in the stockade until I got bounced out.
Wow.
So, Horses and Heroes, the focus will be on the veterans. Working with the horses will help them deal with their triggers and help them learn how to deal uh, once they've been triggered. The peer support therapy is the best. It's just harder to find because veterans, they were trained not to acknowledge pain, whether it be physical or emotional. It's suck it up, brother, and keep on
Yeah.
going. And when they transition back into civilian life, many of them have been unable to let that go and acknowledge their pain. So my goal is to bring in the cast of veterans from World War II on forward, but especially those who served in Nam, because they received the worst.
Yeah.
And frankly, it is my belief that there are no winners in war,
Exactly.
only varying degrees of losing.
Exactly.
And so veterans, even if they look like they're functioning and they have a good life, until they deal with the core issue of what they dealt with,
Yeah.
they can't really fully be healthy and whole.
Yeah, it's terrible. But these are noble projects. I mean, and when do you anticipate starting on that one? Will you be doing them fairly close together?
Fairly close together, Horses and Heroes, because we're gonna have to really vet the cast of veterans. There's a small paycheck involved. There's 15 minutes of fame, so we will be getting people whose focus is that or would like that, and we really want a cast that wants to heal and who wants to make a difference by telling their stories. So they're going to have to be strong enough to open their wounds so we can help them heal. The shoot is a very short shoot, and most of their healing will be taking place after the show, when we will arrange long-term care with them with other equine therapy centers in their area.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's not going to be all the heavy keys, and there will be no laying on the couches, ripping out their guts. They will be working together with the horses, and so there will be fun. There will be laughter. There will be tears. There will be practical jokes. There will be stress. There will be fun. And it will be all of it. And the goal is to heal.
Again, that's a wonderful theme, a wonderful project. And I also tell people quickly about your book. Now, you sent me a copy of some of your book, A Butterfly is Born, because you're also an author and you
Yes.
have books available on Amazon. So is this your newest book?
It's the newest book. I changed the title from A God Saw a Butterfly because people were, expecting a religious connotation. And that's not what it's about. It's about, again, it's about healing. Most of my work is about healing and facing, by facing your fears. A Butterfly is Born is based on the saying, what a caterpillar sees as death, God sees as a butterfly. And Shylon the caterpillar, as she learns and grows, she faces situations that causes her to be afraid, which spurs this uncontrollable and increasingly uncontrollable fear. And the more she becomes afraid, the angrier she gets, and the more she's cut off from source. It's only when she is actually cut off and has to face the dark fears and the negative elements that fear and that anger has attracted, that she begins to see how she was never lost. She was never alone because mother was always taking care of her. And it's only when she allowed herself to give into the fear and anger that she lost that.
Mhm.
And hitting bottom, so to speak, is what bounced her back up. And I won't give the end, but she is able to refine the best of herself. And when she does that, she becomes a beautiful butterfly.
Well, reading that, because you had sent me that copy, was when I realized how deeply spiritual your work is. Because
Mm-hmm.
I said, I've never read anything like that. And it was deep, and it's, yes, we like that idea. Now, I wanted to ask you, let me know how, if someone's watching this and they would like to contact you or have more information about your projects, how do you like to be contacted?
Well, if they're not a stalker or a spammer, please, I turned 65 today.
Oh, happy
And
birthday. That's
thank
right. Thank
you.
you for celebrating your birthday with me. Thank you.
So my birthday wish is that I would like to sell 1 million copies of A Butterfly is Born. But if you're not a stalker or a spammer, you can call me at 231-943-32
Nine what?
231-943-3298. You can also, my phone number and email are on our website, which is Kaleidoscope Film and Television, which is all mooshed together.com. So
Okay.
Kaleidoscope Film and Television.com.
Okay. And I'll have that here so that everybody can see it.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like to check the way that people prefer to be contacted. So if you're sure it's okay to put your phone
Yep.
number up, because you said it's
Yep.
on your side. Okay. I have your permission.
Yeah, you have my permission. I've got a wonderful AT&T phone that, spammers, I hit 2 buttons, they're blocked.
Okay.
So,
That's good. Yeah,
I've got
that's good.
that. The divine inspired me to take another flying leap. I created a shirt specifically for Horses and Heroes, and it has the logos of the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy in the center. On the top, it has horses and heroes. But creating a V for veteran, it's saying veterans can't go back and make a brand new start. And then, but on the bottom, they can start from now and make a brand new end, which is the tagline for Horses and Heroes. I'm going to be putting it up on the website today, and
Okay.
along the link with a link that where you can go to buy it. We make about $5 on every shirt. So to produce Horses and Heroes, I will have to sell like 350,000. But miracles happen every day.
Yeah.
And the proceeds will go to produce the series.
Okay. Do you have any other tips on fundraising? How do you fundraise for your projects?
Tenacity, reaching out to investors. I am reaching out to corporations to do a cross branding.
Yeah.
And that is it's a combination of product placement and product integration, and there is a difference. Placement is just part of the scene.
Love to ask my guests.
Okay.
There are always people that are inspired and they would love to be doing what you're doing. So what would your tip be? Where should someone start if they've not started and they want to end up doing what you do? What do you recommend they start to be on their journey?
Well, I went to MSU, and my education, I've got a bachelor's in English and communications with a focus on production. Most towns have a local channel. Volunteer there. They do have classes. Go to college, learn all the tools. Whether you want to be in front of the camera, behind the cameras, or part of the business, learn everything.
For that information for people that would like to get into what you're doing. And thank you for spending your birthday, part of it, with us. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
I just love everything and love meeting you and talking with you, and much love, much luck with all your projects. I already see them as successful. And we'll have to do this again after you're finished with your production and talk a little bit more.
I would love it.
So
thank you so much for hosting me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And everybody, remember to subscribe here, because that's what we need to keep things going. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again. See you soon. Bye, Theresa. Bye, everybody.